Hi, this is Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles coming at you with another toy review. This time we're taking a look at the Transformers 2007 movie Voyager class Ratchet figure. And this is from Hasbro from 2007. So the first thing we're going to do is take a closer look at the figure. Alright, so taking a look at this guy, so very impressive Voyager figure. One of my favorite things with this is it doesn't have any kind of backpacks or a lot of bulk. He's a streamlined figure, and he's so streamlined that this figure is basically what they used for the release of Revenge of the Fallen and with Dark of the Moon. They just changed the color. They did like a desert Ratchet, and then they did a Target exclusive Ratchet that basically just had some like beige pieces and some on the shoulders and a couple other areas. But this figure is so good that the mold, they just kept it and kept on releasing it, which is really cool. It's good to see that, and you'll see that throughout the video. I mean, this is an excellent Transformer. You know, built solid, feels fantastic. So first thing is the head sculpt. Head sculpt is really nice. I really enjoy the head sculpt. It rotates. It does have light piping in the eyes. That's for blue. It's hard to see on camera because of how many lights are on him right now, but he looks really nice. I love the grill. I love this midsection that the glass can kind of separate. I mean, everything just feels solid on him. His arms feel great. They rotate at the bicep and then also move at the bicep, and his hand does kind of move just a little bit. And then same thing, his other arm's the same. He has a top part to his vehicle, which basically you can clip together, or you can use it as like a claw by moving this little thing right here, which I'll show a little closer in a little bit. But everything just looks great on this guy. Legs look good. I mean, the legs move. He's got nice articulation in the legs. I mean, he stands easy. There's no kind of like, he's not top heavy. And you'll see on the side, there's just no backpack at all on this guy. I mean, he's got like this piece right here, but it flips up in the transformation. Everything looks streamlined. His shoulders are all folded in real good. They did an absolutely fantastic job with this Voyager class. Here we have his head sculpt, which, like I said, it looks great. And then let me see if I can rotate all the way around. Here's the light piping in the back, so you can see, I mean, just an excellent head sculpt, especially for, you know, the early Transformers movies. Some of these toys weren't that great, like the Leader Class Optimus was kind of bulky, and then the Leader Class Megatron was a disaster. But I mean, really nice. I love this, you know, the grill part in his front. I mean, they did a great job really representing Ratchet here. I love the wheels, and as we kind of zoom out, you can see on his shoulders, they have everything just really condensed nicely, and it folds up real nicely where it's just not like bulky. It looks like it's supposed to be there. Here we have his little thing that you can put on his hand, which is like the cage for the top of his vehicle. You can only put it in this hand. It's got a peg right here. It's only on this guy, and you peg it in, and then you unclip it from here, and then you just push down on this, and it opens like a claw, so you can use it as a claw, which is kind of a unique feature. I would have preferred a gun, but you know, not too bad. On his right hand, he does have a hand weapon. So basically what you do is you want to pull this piece down, and there's a tab here, and you're going to kind of reach in and flip it up, rotate the hand in, which, okay, there we go, and it hides. And then he's got basically this battle axe looking thing, and it kind of Looks kind of funny, but I mean, I guess it's cool. They kind of gave a nice feature to him, like a little extra feature. But he's got a hand weapon, which is kind of weird, and it's kind of hard to see. You know, I didn't even know it was there for the longest time. Here we have his legs. Like I said, his legs look really, really nice. I mean, the feet look good. I mean, there's a little bit of space here, but that's just meant for the transformation. But overall, it looks good. I like the molding. I mean, probably the biggest thing I could say with this guy is I probably wish there's maybe a little bit more paint on him. But I mean, it's for what you get. I mean, this is a great Voyager. One of the things that I like to do a little different on this figure is, so basically the way that the thing's supposed to transform, this piece on the back is supposed to stay like this. So in reality, when you transform, he does have this hanging off, and during the transformation, this clips down like this. I actually like to pop this off. I pop this off right here, and I rotate it so it's actually the other way, because it pops off real easy, and it folds down better in the back, and it doesn't stick out as much, and it looks like it's supposed to be that way. So I mean, that's just something I do to kind of customize it. You know, it doesn't have to break anything, but it makes the back look a little smoother than having that piece stick out a different way. Alright, so as far as the robot mode is concerned, this guy is absolutely, you know, top notch. He's a beautiful Voyager class figure. He feels tough. He's, you know, he's a decent sized Voyager class. I mean, sometimes you get smaller Voyagers. Like, we'll kind of zoom out over here, and we'll show them next to. This is a Age of Extinction. So, you know, the movie before the current one that's coming out. This is a Voyager class figure. I mean, he looks like he hasn't been eaten compared to Ratchet. Ratchet's, you know, they made big Voyager class figures back then, and I really like that. The mold is really pretty much perfect. I mean, the company decided not to even try and make another Ratchet other than just reusing this, repainting it, and that's, you know, sometimes you can call that lazy, but sometimes they just perfect the mold so, you know, so well that they basically use it. Just like with the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime leader class, they made such a good one that they just kept on re-releasing them. They did special things with the trailer and flight tech, and it was always the same toy for the most part, and that's a testament to, you know, finding that perfect style figure. But let's get this guy opened up and changed into his alt mode. Alright, to start the transformation, the first thing I obviously do is I'm going to pull this off his arm. And then, you know, I may just make sure it's clamped now, so this little pin right here is clamped. So I clamp that. And then you can rotate his head, but I don't because it kind of rubs. I just close this, and then if you push down, it actually clips into place. Then what you want to do is you want to take the legs and you actually want to rotate them all the way around so that his actual, you know, back part of his knee is facing forward. So you want to make sure his back part of his knee is facing forward, and you want to pin all this in together. You want to pin all that in, and then same thing back here. You can pin all that in, so everything's pinned in really nicely. And then you want to take his feet and you just push them forward, just like that. So now he looks like that. Then what you want to do is you want to basically pull them apart, pull it so that this part is flush, so it sits nice and flush, and that this little peg is facing forward, so it looks like that. And you want to basically close this by holding the wheels and closing this so his back section looks like that. So now he's sitting like that. So the next thing I do is I pull this up and actually close the glass. And I kind of just push this forward up here just to get it out of the way. Then what you want to do is you want to basically open, you want to rotate his arm all the way around so that the door is facing the way it should technically face. And then you want to take his arm and you just want to fold his arm up so his arm sits like this. You want to do that for both sides. So you're going to rotate so the door is on the outside, open the door up, and then same thing, you want to just fold his arm, fold his arm up just like that. So now if you look from the front, he looks something like that. So now the last part is basically just putting him together. It's a little bit tricky, but basically what you want to do is you want to just start closing these doors, and there is a little hole here that tabs into this tab right here, and you want to just make sure that that locks into place. You want to shut the door, and then basically you want everything to tab together. Sometimes just lining everything up can be a pain in the butt, and this is almost, it's not like a tab, it's almost like a hook. You got to kind of get it in. This is always a pain in the butt for me. Come on. There we go. So it finally got it pushed in. And the same thing on the other side. You want to get everything lined up. So now it's like that. And I want to just make sure it pops into place. So basically right now he's sitting just like this. And then pretty straightforward, you just push this and tab this into place. So now he looks like this. And then you'll take this guy and you'll pop it into there. And let's take a closer look. Alright, so taking a look at the alt mode. So this alt mode looks really nice. So this is supposed to be like a modified H2 that's like a fire rescued vehicle. And it looks really, really nice. Really, really solid looking alt mode. So, and decent size too. So one of the things I really like is I definitely like the front, the grille. I like how the overall look of the whole front. I love this translucent glass, like it's actually glass. I think that's a really cool touch. As we go on to the side, it actually says fire and rescue here, and fire department, search and rescue, and Autobot logo there, which I really think is really neat. Probably the biggest downside I have to this is the back almost looks like from here, like if you covered this, it almost looks like a garbage truck. So I think that's kind of funny, just with the way there's like this fold in there. One of the things I did miss, this piece right here during the transformation was actually down here. I forgot to rotate this up before I ended that clip, but that's the last thing you do. Just rotate that up once you're done. But I mean, overall, really solid. It looks great. This piece right here looks like it's supposed to open up, and it does not. I'll kind of zoom in and kind of show a couple things, but overall, really sturdy alt mode. Plastic wheels, you know, I always like rubber wheels, but plastic's not too bad. They look good overall. Here we have the search and rescue logo with the fire department and the Autobot in the center, which looks really cool. And then as you scroll forward, it says search and rescue fire department. This piece right here does not transform. This just kind of moves and bulges out during the transformation. But, you know, not too bad as far as everything's concerned. We'll kind of zoom out real quick. And it rolls really good. I mean, this guy rolls really, really nice. A really nice transformer. And on the bottom, this you can see how he kind of folds up. I mean, there's a little bit of space here, but everything looks really nice on this guy. And lastly, here we have the Voyager Ratchet next to the Dark of the Moon Leader Class Bumblebee and the Voyager Class Last Night Optimus Prime. And you can kind of see, obviously, none of these are into scale. They don't really work real well together. This Hummer should be much larger than the Camaro, and this Western Star should be huge. But these are two Voyager classes. You can kind of see the truck you get here and the vehicle you get here. This thing is absolutely, I'll put this guy in the front. I mean, just covers them up. I mean, there's no comparison. These older Voyagers are absolutely gigantic beasts, and then this is, you know, big, but it's not that big as far as Leader Class is concerned. So, fairly nice. And finally, for size comparison, here we have Voyager Class Ratchet next to the Dark of the Moon Leader Class Ironhide. And you can see, I mean, as far as scale, they're not too bad. I feel like Ratchet was a little smaller than most of them. But I mean, so the scale would fit pretty good. I mean, we never got a Leader Class Ratchet as far as the movie verse is concerned. But overall, like I said, a really great figure. Now, when they got to the Dark Moon figures, some of these Leader Class ones really cool. Like this Ironhide figure is one of my favorite Leader Class figures in the movie verse. I mean, he looks absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you could just by looking at it. And I did a review on him as well. But this Ratchet is a really great figure. Like I said, it's a mold they basically kept for all three of the first trilogy of Transformers movies, and it's good. It's a really good mold. Some people don't like it. They say it's too blocky. I like it. I think it looks really, really nice. But once again, this has been Jason with Violator Comics Collectibles. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.